Hi, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the week of May 11th through May 15th. Guess what? We are really close to the end of the school year. We only have 2 more weeks of school. In case you guys didn't already know, May 22nd is our last day of e-learning for students. So you guys will only have May 11th through the 15th, and then May 18th, which is my birthday, through the 22nd. So you guys are almost done with school. You guys have been doing a really good job. I hope everybody keeps up the good work. All right, now we're just going to switch straight into our story for this week. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and pull up our story, okay? All right, here is our story. Let's go ahead and make this bigger. Chapter 5, Insuring Your Things. Keisha is excited that she is earning money. Remember, she earns her money at her job. She feels good that she is saving money for her goal. You guys remember what her goal is? She also is happy she has money to go to the movies with her friends this weekend. If I keep working like this, I will have enough money to get an apartment before I graduate, says Keisha. Remember, her goal was to save money for rent for an apartment. Wait a minute, Keisha, her mother says. You might have enough money to pay for rent for the apartment, but what about everything else? What do you mean? What else do I need to pay for when I move into an apartment? Asked Keisha. So when you move into an apartment, it's not just your first month's rent that you'll have to pay. There's usually a deposit of some sort. When I moved into my apartment here, I had to pay for my first month's rent plus an extra month's rent as a safety deposit, meaning that if I hurt my apartment in any way, that money will go to fix it and I won't get it back when I move out. Or if for some reason I needed to leave before my lease is up, I wouldn't get that money back. It's just a deposit for my landlord to make sure he makes the money he expects to make, because this is a business for him. He also pays for some of the stuff, like he pays for my water bill and my trash to be taken away. But I have to pay for my electricity and my internet. So I have to pay for stuff on top of that. I also have to pay for renter's insurance, which means if anyone were to break in and steal any of my stuff from my apartment, or something bad were to happen to my apartment, it would be covered with my insurance. I pay money to a company and they would pay for stuff that got ruined or stolen. Part of, at least, that stuff to reimburse me and get it back. Does that make sense? It's a lot of stuff. It's more than just rent, isn't it? Also, you have to pay for food. Food is expensive sometimes. There are many other things that you will need to pay for. One major expense when you live in an apartment is utilities. I was talking about those. Utilities include electricity, gas. Gas typically is either your water heater or sometimes your stove will run off of that. And what makes the heat in your house or apartment during the winter sometimes runs off of gas. And water, like, to drink and shower and keep things clean. You'll have to pay for the lights you turn on and the heat and water you use. You could have an internet and cell phone bill too with your own phone number. All of this costs money, explains Keisha's mother. Like, I have to pay for my phone and my internet also. And I also pay for a couple of streaming services so that I can watch movies and stuff on TV. You will have to pay for insurance too, says Keisha's mother. Insurance is a way to protect the value of ourselves and our things. You'll need to buy renter's insurance when you get an apartment. You will pay a company to insure all of your belongings in your apartment. If an accident happens, they will give you money to buy new things. Like I explained, if something happens, I'm paying this company so that if something happens to my stuff while I live here, they will pay for me to get it back. Maybe not exactly like if something were to break, like if somebody broke in and stole my couch, I wouldn't necessarily get the same couch back. That'd be a lot of work to break in to steal my couch. It barely fits through the door correctly. Sorry, tangent. So they pay to get your stuff back. I didn't know that. What other types of insurance are there? Asks Keisha. Her mother says there is car insurance that helps helps to pay for damage to your car if you get into an accident. There is homeowners insurance for people who own homes to protect their house. She also says that Keisha may buy life insurance that will pay money to a person she names when she dies. I have to have car insurance on my car, and I'm very glad that I did. I was in a car accident a few years ago, and I didn't get hurt, but my car was completely ruined. They called it totaled. Completely totaled when I was done. It wasn't that bad of an accident, but because the airbags deployed, they totaled my car. I was fine, but my car was ruined and I didn't have any way of getting around. But because I paid for car insurance, they were able to pay off my car for me, and I was able to take the very, very small amount that they had left, plus some of my savings, and get myself a new car. But I didn't have to worry about still having to pay all the extra money that I owned on a car I couldn't drive anymore. Um, so, but there's also, if you do get in a car accident and you have paid off your car insurance will make it so you could get another car. They would also pay to repair your car if it's not totaled, and they can pay for things like a rental car if needed in some situations. Some car insurance doesn't. That depends upon your car insurance and what happens to your car. Homeowners insurance protects the house you live in if you own it, so that and if you own a house somebody else lives in, they have renters insurance, you have homeowners insurance, and everything is covered. But your homeowners insurance, if there's a tornado that goes by, they'll help. And it messes up your roof or something, they'll help pay for that kind of stuff. So I know that there are some people around here who are very glad they had homeowners insurance a month ago when we had that really bad storm. And life insurance pays your beneficiary, is what they call it, money to help take care of end of life things after somebody passes away. So those are just some types of insurance. Keisha's mother says some jobs offer health insurance as a benefit. A benefit is something extra a company offers in addition to money. The company pays for some of the health insurance. You pay for the rest of it. Right now, you are on my health insurance. It helps to pay for your visits to the doctors and any medications. But one day soon, you will have to get your own health insurance. Health insurance, I have health insurance through the school. The school helps pay for my health insurance because they pay me. Most of the money to pay for it comes out of my paycheck. But when I go to the doctor, it allows me to have things taken care of, and it saves me money out of my pocket. And if something worse were to happen, it would save me money, and I'd be able to afford things. I'm sure all of you, or most of you at least, have health insurance. Some of you might have health insurance through the government, which is pretty typical, and it helps pay for stuff. It's very helpful because we all get sick sometimes. It happens, and we have to go see doctors and get lots of medications, and insurance helps pay for those things. You're probably, if you're under 18, you're probably still on mom and dad's insurance. Actually, I think nowadays you can stay on that until you turn 26 if you still live at home, which is very nice for some people, especially while you're going to school. But once you turn 18, you might have to start looking to get something for yourself, or your parents might have to help you with that. Probably have to have some help. That's okay. It's okay to ask for help. Keisha gulps. Those are many things to pay for. She wants to spend some money on fun things too. But Keisha remembers what her boss, Mr. Jones, told her. If she does a good job and has a good attitude, she can get a raise. And he wants her to work more hours over the summer and even a few weekends. She will work hard and earn more money. So she'll make more money because a raise means getting more money, and more hours would mean getting more money too, because she would be getting that same amount every hour she works, no matter how many hours she works. Keisha knows she will have more things to pay for. Keisha asks her mother, if there are so many things to buy, how will I know how to spend my money? That is a very good question, Keisha. You will have to make choices about what to buy. You can make a budget. A budget will help you know how much money you earn and how much money you need to spend. Her mother says, Keisha thinks a budget is a good idea. A budget is a very good idea, and we would be working on one right now if we were in school together, but it's really hard to do online. So we're going to wait and we'll do it next year. Um, just make up a simple budget for our classroom, maybe. It'll be a lot of fun. But I have a budget. I know that I have to spend a certain amount on my rent and my car and my insurance every month. And then I know that my electricity bill is going to be around a certain amount. It varies depending upon how much I'm home. It's been a little higher now that I've been home a lot more lately. And what the weather's like. If it's colder outside, my electricity bill goes up because I turn the heat on higher to keep me warm. If it's hotter, I'll turn the air conditioner on. So, I also know that I have to save some money so I can buy groceries every week. And when we have school and I have to drive to and from the building, I have to spend money on gas for my car. So, these are all things that I like to make sure I have budgeted in so that I know what I can spend my money on. But I try to save some extra money back so that I can do something fun with my friends or my fiance or my family. Um, I also like to save money just so that I can bake things for other people because that's one of my favorite things to do. And it's always nice if you make sure that you have enough money when you look at your finances so that you can do more than that kind of stuff. It might be hard. You might not always have the money for it. It happens, but it's okay. All right, that is the end of our chapter. Did you guys enjoy that chapter? We learned a lot about the extra things we might have to pay for. I hope everyone is having a good day. I hope everyone enjoys my video. I'm sorry you guys have to watch it so many times sometimes, but it's our story, just like in class, right? Have a good week. If you have any questions, don't forget you can always email or call me. Have a good day. Don't forget to do your Google Forms every day. I will see you next week. Bye.